Hey everybody, Shama32 here. Welcome to the channel. We're here today to react to the 22nd episode of Series 3 of classic Doctor Who. This one is entitled War of God, and the story is The Massacre. Now, I believe, don't quote me on this, I might be wrong, but I believe the full title might be The Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve. Most places are saying The Massacre. I went to double check, but most places are saying The Massacre. But I believe on the audiobook that I've got, because I've got a collection of like the missing episodes with the ones where it's audio and then you've got connecting thing. I believe it says The Massacre on St. Bartholomew's Eve. I believe that's the full thing. But if that's true, I'm not putting that full thing in the video title. I'm not. I think The Massacre will do, because otherwise my title will be too long. I won't be able to put any other details in there. It'll just be that full thing. Oh boy, but we're on to a new story. Now, this one is completely missing as far as I know. If somebody knows that there's an episode that's not missing, let me know. But I believe all 4 of them have been reconstructed by Loose Cannon, which is where I watched all of my Reconstruction missing episodes, and you can find that on Daily Motion. As always, I'm not linking it in the description or a comment, because they're using BBC audio and things like that, but they put in a lot of work, and I implore you that it's easy to Google, but go watch it before you watch this, because their effort, it deserves to be supported. It's fantastic effort they put into helping get a visual side of the audio that's surviving. I believe I believe it's only 4 episodes, and I believe all 4 of them are on the Loose Cannon Daily Motion account. So sorry if I'm adjusting my glasses. I'm still wearing my old ones, and they're just like, oh, they're not sitting right. But I really liked the last story. It was interesting. There was a lot of it missing. Only 3. It was the longest story by far that we've had so far. 12 episodes, only 3 of them surviving. The fact that we got any of them was fantastic, but we had little bits of surviving footage, which I love. Anytime we get surviving footage from something that's missing, it just gives me chills that we're lucky enough that somebody somehow got that footage, and that the fact that the audio surviving it, I feel like almost honored that we've got something, you know. Obviously I prefer the full thing, but the fact that we've got anything at all for any of these episodes is just incredible. But it was a really interesting story. I really liked that final episode. Mavic Chen was an interesting villain. He got too cocky, too full of himself. I loved how the Daleks sort of like, he was just like, he hit the Dalek Supreme, or whatever they called him. The fucking chair's being noisy again today. It's all like, oh. But he was just, I was like, it was great seeing him, and then they just like slid past him and was like, yeah, fuck him. But he was an interesting villain. Obviously there was the prosthetic to make him look a certain ethnicity that wasn't right, but if they were like to redo that, they'll obviously cast somebody who is right. But it was a good performance by the actor nonetheless. It was a really interesting story. I really like Sarah. I really like Brett. Oh my god, the way Sarah died, oh god, that was horrifying. Like a slow, not a rapid aging. And then like the Doctor, there's like, obviously we know Doctor's not human, but like the fact that he survived that when she didn't, and he was the one holding the thing, you would have thought because he was holding it, he was right at the epicenter of it, that he would have got aged quicker and he would have died. But I don't know if at this point they were starting to discuss that William Hartnell would be leaving, so I don't, because we've still got all of this. After this is, I believe, the Ark, which I own. I believe the Ark comes after this, which I own. I have up there. I just had to check it wasn't one of the ones still boxed away. And then I've got Celestial Toymaker. I've got all of those. And then I have a feeling there might be another one after that. And then, or either that or the one I'm thinking of might be the first story of the next season. And then that one, the one after that is the 10th Planet, which is when it happens. So I don't know if they would start to discuss it, but we knew he's not human, so they could like throwaway line discuss that, or they could just leave it because like they're like, oh, he's an alien, that's why he's not affected him. But then I love the effect of like at least how Loose Cannon did it with the Daleks. I almost said garlic. I used to say that when I was little. I couldn't say Daleks, so I said garlic. But like how they like withered away and like not melted, rusted away and things like that, because metal takes a lot longer to do it. And then like seeing the actual Dalek itself, the actual creature, like, is that the first time we've seen the full thing? Or I don't think it was. Have we seen it in? I can't remember. But it was still cool seeing the actual thing, because you very like, I like, at least in Classic Who, they gave a little hint of it being a creature at the beginning, and like they're not. I don't like it when they do like show it too often. You've got to make it special, mysterious, and stuff like that. And like when you start showing it too much, it kind of like takes away from that. So it was really cool seeing that little thing and the Doctor just picking it up. But I love the fact they mentioned everybody that they lost. But they say, yeah, they lost those lives, but they saved a shit ton of lives. Whoa. But I'm intrigued by this one to see, because at the moment we've only got Stephen and the Doctor. I'm interested to see if we pick up another companion in this one, or if it's just those two for this one, which would be interesting to have Doctor just have one companion. Would be very interesting indeed. Like, I know at some point in future Doctors he does have just one companion, but I don't know if William Hartnell ever does. So we're going to see. I'm interested. So we're going to get going. If you enjoy this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Give the notification bell a tick. You'll know when the next episode goes live. Let's get going with the reaction. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Can't be a bit of Doctor Who on a Monday morning. Oh, I'm interested because I don't know anything about this story, because I didn't listen to it on the audiobook I said I've got, because I don't want to be spoiled. But I have got it on there so I can listen to it. Like, at some point I want to listen to the full thing for a Dalek master plan, because I think with the connecting music that will connecting like narration, that will help. Oh, I want to say Paris. Are we going to Paris again? That looks French to me, because I gotta say that looks like the layout. Or I swear I've been in that bit in Assassin's Creed Unity. That's where my head went. Way to freak out a boy. I guess he's already gone past, but I love the way they just like illustrate. They use what they can do. Really cool. Like, they're just that little bit of light. Okay, with like the sound effects of the hooves. I love my historical episodes, so I'm looking forward to this.
Any idea of the date, Doctor?
Well, by the look of those houses, I would say medieval.
Medieval?
Well,
Ooh.
it might be as late as the 17th century. Look out!
I was going to say, because that drawing picture didn't look medieval. But I could be wrong. They could have just used that as a backdrop. It might not have been what was originally there.
We've landed in the middle of the 16th century.
16th, okay.
Yes, and that was the very time.
What are you talking about?
Yes, that strange brotherhood of apothecaries.
When he said brotherhood, I thought, shit, are we going into Assassin's Creed?
Preston! That's the man. Yes, the most advanced man of them all. I must try to get to see him.
Okay.
Cautious, Nicholas.
Like the outfits.
The Catholics know of only one way to settle our differences. Times are difficult enough for us here, without you provoking further quarrels. I? Oh, can't be fair. We'll do anything it can to provoke us.
You must control your temper, Gaston. It is imperative that we keep the peace at this time.
At least one of the men seems to be attempting a French accent.
We're in
It
Paris.
sounded like it.
Why so, dear boy?
I thought so. I'm quite pleased myself recognising
Not
it.
the right clothes?
You'll be surprised. What
Oh,
I
the Doctor will have clothes in there somewhere.
And I want to turn over a few old papers.
Maybe this kind of thing is why he ends up having a great big wardrobe in this TARDIS in the future.
We got no decent wine. Where are the Burgundies?
Sir, we have the best Bordeaux on the market.
A thin Catholic brew. Doesn't encourage drinking.
No.
For a free-thinking German, Monsieur Muss, you have some sense. Vicomte, you have insulted Her Highness the Princess.
Okay, so one of them's a German.
No doubt you visit this tavern because the air is clearer of rigid Catholic dogma.
You have not answered me?
Answered you? I wasn't aware you'd asked me a question.
The insult to Princess Marguerite.
It was an accident. He choked.
Well then, drink again.
Insult the wine. It was the wine's fault. He wanted a better wine, that's why he choked. Honestly. He don't like the insult. Does he like the princess? I thought he's the only decent one.
Most of them are in the service of the Admiral de Coligny.
I have to serve them, sir. I hate these Huguenots as much as the next man.
Huguenots, okay.
Certainly you must serve them. But watch and listen. Report to me anything you hear.
Are they like a band of rebels or against the crown or something like that?
People like myself with a living to earn.
Of course. But what's your business?
I like that the guy understands he's got to serve them, but he doesn't like it.
The wine here?
I have business elsewhere. A tavern is a place where a gentleman may refresh himself, while simpler people amuse him with their badinage.
It won't be a belief.
Doctor and Stephen enter. Oh, love the hat, Doctor.
Look, I'm not going to sit in the TARDIS whilst you gallivant around Paris.
I shall do nothing of the sort. I am going to visit President.
He gets carried away. We know what happened in Reign of Terror. He couldn't help but himself half the time, dressing up and that.
I don't know. What is it?
Well, there you are, you see, and you know nothing about this period, do you? You'll only be found out for the man that you are.
Look, I'll be careful. I'm perfectly careful and...
Go around with each other.
Well, in that case, I shan't visit President.
Oh, don't be silly. I can't wait to talk to him. Come on, you go. I'll be all right.
You know he won't be. Now he said that.
Promise me you won't get into trouble.
Yes, of course.
I'll try not to talk
He
to
will.
anyone.
Like he'll get the Huguenots, or wherever he said it. Like he'll get Protestant, like that kind of thing confused and that. Rises and hands Stephen some money.
Oh, thanks. And don't cut yourself with that sword. All right, I beg your pardon.
He seems to recognise the Doctor. Oh, does the Doctor look like somebody again?
You're a stranger here.
Yes. This man won't change my money.
I asked for 2 sous and he gives me an EQ. I cannot change it to coin.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you, sir.
Is that Parisian hospitality?
What do you mean, sir?
The gentleman's écu.
1,000 apologies. I wasn't thinking.
Nice. I thought he seemed a bit decent, but it also makes me suspicious of him.
Not at all.
Who was that guy that recognised the Doctor? Because we've been here in Reign of Terror again, so it'd be cool to have a callback. I don't know when that happened. That's later on than this time, isn't it?
Stranger to Paris, I think you'll have difficulty finding it.
So I've got to try. You see, I must find a man called Preslin.
Sorry, I don't know the name. Is anything
You
wrong?
mustn't. But I know he's because he's going after the Doctor, that's why.
Look, come and drink some wine with us, and later I'll take you to the Port Summertime.
No, thank you, but, well, I don't want to intrude.
Nonsense, come and join us. Later, we'll make sure your friend is safe.
Okay. Charles Preslin, okay. Who's following the Doctor? Is that the guy he's going to see? Has he been to this time period again? Or before, I mean? Man looks up alarmed, but he does not move. Okay. Understandable if it's a risky thing to be in this time.
I am looking for Charles Preslin.
Preslin.
Oh, this is his shop.
It was. He's left Paris.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Now, isn't that a pity? And I did so want to talk to him about his work.
Make more trouble for him.
Trouble? Not at all. I'm a scientist, too. I merely wish to discuss his work with him.
He was merely a mixture of herbs and unguents.
Yes, perhaps
Okay.
so, but he was a man who searched deeply in nature. I didn't think he was a faint heart.
No.
That is the guy, obviously. It's got to be.
And there's a man in Germany at the moment who's working on optics, trying to make a machine which will enable Preslin to see these small creatures. He calls them germs.
Is it so?
Oh.
Are you really doing this?
Yes. So now, doesn't this encourage...
But he knows that, so he's not really lying, I'm assuming. Or he's not, like, giving him false information.
I am Charles Preslin. Forgive me, but in these days one has to be careful.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm extremely curious about your work, Monsieur Preslin.
Okay, so did this guy discover germs, or the other guy discover... Okay, I didn't recognise the name.
Stephen's been traveling abroad. He knows nothing about what's been happening here. Do you?
No, I really do know very little.
Yeah, I was going to say, he knows fuck all.
It's what you call a Protestant.
Okay.
Yes. There. It's just that I'm interested in our friends. Now, tell us where you've been traveling.
He wants to know if he's a spy for the call against them or something.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me the way to the Port Saint-Martin.
I'll come with you and show you the city.
Thank you, but really I should try to find my friend. Wise man. Nicholas here only knows the most boring places.
At least let me point out the starting point.
Yes, thank you.
He's suspicious of him. Watches as Nicholas leads Stephen out. Of course he's going to watch. He's going to be suspicious of him. That's why he was asking him those questions. Nearby, a girl looks nervously around. Okay. Who's she? Oh, she running from someone? Love the armor by the looks of it. The girl turns and runs. Okay. That fringe makes it look very out of place. The hairstyle was a bit out of place.
Anyone will tell you.
Oh, I think I can find it now. Well, thank you, Nicholas.
A pleasure.
Okay. I like Nicholas.
What?
Stephen, don't be the hero. You don't know what's going on.
My Lord Cardinal's guard, aren't you? What does he want with the wench?
She's a servant. She ran away. I have orders to bring her back.
Okay.
Doesn't appear to care for the Cardinal's service.
Be careful, buddy.
Clearly she likes that no more.
Let me pass.
Be careful, Gaston.
Hey, come, Mr. Englishman. Join us again. Clearly not safe for you to walk alone. What about the girl? Where is she? She's just a servant. A chance to bait a Catholic. Forget her. Come.
Okay. Like, that, it's in character for Stephen to check on her. But you just knew he's going to get into issue.
I suppose just now all churchmen are rather suspicious of your work. But surely you can carry on without his knowledge.
You don't know
How?
the cardinal in Rome. The abbot has decided to come to Paris. We shall be hunted down. That man is far more dangerous than the cardinal.
I suppose there's no point in going to see him.
Huh.
Unless you want to be thrown into prison for
I was going to
heresy.
say. Somebody's going to get thrown in prison, aren't they?
We should find her. Nonsense. She's probably gone back to her own people. Don't you want to know why she was frightened? No?
Many things frighten people in Paris.
You can't, yeah, you can't, like, put yourself out.
Come here. Come on.
Hey, be nice. She's obviously scared.
Come on, girl. For goodness sake, you're frightening her even more.
Yeah.
all right. Just tell us what it is you fear.
Nothing, sir.
Yes, but you were running away. Why? Louis, call back the guards.
No! Then
No, she's scared. She wants to know who you are. She's afraid to say anything.
passing the room and I heard them mention Bassy.
What did they say?
Something about it happening before the week was
Who
passed.
spoke?
The captain who followed me is and another man.
Tell us exactly what you heard.
Just the word that made me stop, sir. My father died at Bassy and I...
Yeah, okay, hey. Psst.
10 years ago at Vassy, a small town some miles south of Paris,
Yeah.
100 Huguenots were slaughtered by the Catholics.
Jeez.
What do they call you?
Anne.
Anne, okay.
Remember every single word the captain and the other man said.
I told you.
Then tell us again.
We want to make sure they want to help. Obviously, they don't want that massacre to happen. That's probably the massacre the title says about.
Servants don't run away from a house in fear for nothing.
I think we mentioned Vassy and the celebrations here in Paris, but nothing that anyone could have made head or tail of.
She made something of it.
Shit, they gotta find her.
That might have been it. That word alone is enough to put every Huguenot in Paris on his guard.
I will go and look for her.
You will not. You will wait here and report this to the abbot. It was your mistake. I'm sure he'll want to congratulate you himself.
Ooh, dear, you're dead then.
Find out if she has any relations in Paris. If she has, seek them out. And find if she's fled there.
Shit.
If the Catholics find her, they can easily discover what she's told us.
Yeah.
And just what do you propose to do with her?
She can work in the Admiral's kitchen. They won't find her there. Go to the house of the Admiral of Coligny.
Of course he's eavesdropping.
Look, what do they mean, these things she overheard? A threat to Navarre. I must warn him. I'll see you later, Nicholas.
I'm afraid you've arrived in Paris at a most unfortunate time.
I wish I understood what was going on.
I wish I did.
Henry of Navarre is a Huguenot,
Uh-huh.
Protestant prince. Yesterday he married
Okay.
Margaret of France, a Catholic. The marriage was arranged by the Queen Mother.
Oh.
That it would heal the religious wound that's tearing France in two.
Oh, damn.
But in the light of what that girl overheard, it looks as if the Catholics are plotting against Navarre's life.
Shit.
You understand?
Yes.
They're trying to,
Yes, I
like, join
do.
it together because they want it to end and calm, like, everybody to, like, be, like, coexist. Shit. Are they going to tell Stephen that? Because I'm not sure they're going to entirely trust him.
You showed
Oh, it's the
old
boy
man
from the
way.
beginning.
Good. I only hope he succeeds. You were not seen? Let's hope not.
Preslin gives the boy a coin and leaves.
Good luck, old man. Good luck.
He calls him an old man. He looks older than the doctor. Stephen sits alone in the tavern awaiting the doctor's return. Okay. He looks very awkward, doesn't he? And that guy's not amused with him. How long's the doctor? Oh, this guy. Oh, and oh no, the landlord's going to tell him about Stephen.
A stranger. English, I think.
Go on.
The Vicomte left hurriedly once they'd finished with the girl.
And where is she now?
Sir, it is difficult to hear everything. I must watch over the old cabin.
Haven't I paid you enough?
Oh, come, sir.
What happened to the girl?
I remember. She was sent to the house of Admiral de Coligny.
Was he honest? I can't remember. I don't think so. I'm not sure he is honest. I can't remember. There were so many words I was trying to keep track of.
Yes, I thought you must be. Most wise people are at home by this time. It's almost time for the curfew.
Oh, curfew.
I'm on my way back to England. I really know very little of what's been going on here. I trust you find yourself
Okay.
somewhere comfortable to stay while you're here. I shall be all right. I'm leaving tonight. I'm just waiting for a friend. I hope he comes soon. Otherwise, you won't be able to leave. I expect we'll be all right. Thanks.
Shit, that was a veiled threat, wasn't it?
You must come with me. You can always come back here in the morning. Landlord? Yes, sir. If an old man arrives asking for the Englishman, tell him he's lodging with the Admiral de Coligny and will return here in the morning.
Yes, certainly, sir.
Come.
Look, this is very kind of you, but I'm sure
Oh.
he will come.
Not now. He went...
Is Stephen going to say, where's that guy that was hiding?
I suppose you're right. He's probably got sidetracked. He often does. All right, thank you. I will accept your...
Where did he go? Because the boy saw him off. As they leave the tavern, Simon steps out of hiding.
I shall want a full report in the morning on all that happens.
From the picture that Luce Cannon views, he doesn't look too amused.
If it hadn't been for the Vicomte de Laran, the captain would almost certainly have caught her. It was pure mischance.
Okay. Clearly annoyed, but the abbot thumps the desk. Okay.
I'm sure she couldn't have made any sense of what we said.
He's trying to unsettle the guy.
Simon Duval has gone to the inn where she escaped, and the captain has gone to find an aunt of hers.
Because it's getting on my nerves, making me uncomfortable.
But the missing girl is at the house of Admiral de Coligny.
Fetch her tomorrow. Bring her to me.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm gonna see, is he credited as a different character? I did pause. I just want to see if he's credited twice. Because, what? Okay, carry on going. I don't think he is. Okay. God, there's a lot of people credited. No. Is that still the doc? Is that the? That's got to be the doctor. That's why he's disappeared. But that would explain why that guy followed him, because we didn't see him again. At least in this, he could have we could have seen him looking around a corner if we saw the actual episode. So, because it said it looked like he recognised him. So maybe that Abbott. I want to say Abbott. It takes me a little bit to get names and that. I might pick it up a bit more when I'm editing, but maybe he looks like the doctor and that's why the guy recognised him. Oh, that'd be cool having two lots of William Hartnell. Especially if they get them in the same scene together. I doubt we've got any surviving footage for that bit, because that would be so cool to see. But that would explain why the guy recognised him, or it seemed like he recognised him, and then we didn't. He must have been trailing the doctor, and that's why the doctor's disappeared, or didn't meet with Stephen. Maybe he got caught by this guy because they thought he was him. That's weird. That freaked me the hell out. But I love historical episodes and stories and that. I love them. But I assumed that Reign of Terror happens later than this, doesn't it? Or does it happen before? I can't remember. I cannot remember if it happens the 16th or 17th. This is in the 17th century, I think they said. Did it happen in the 18th or the 16th? I can't remember. Or maybe it happens at some point in the 17th century. I'm not sure. That's why I assumed, like, or like my head thought, okay, maybe he recognised him because he saw. Maybe well, you wouldn't recognise him from that, but maybe somebody had drawn a picture. I don't know. I connected it to that, or I just assumed it was another time. But it could be because he thought the Doctor was this guy. Huh. And then we got that servant girl, Anne, and some. It's a bit difficult to follow. That's because it's the reconstruction. Like, if it was the actual episode, it might not be so bad. Well, not bad, but difficult to follow. I'm so grateful as always for the little bits of text they put at the bottom, because otherwise I wouldn't have a chance. But this is definitely. I think we just had some posts. Something made me jump. That made me jump a fucking mile. But I have a feeling, like, listening to the audiobook afterward will help me figure it out. Like, maybe when I go to get my daughter from school, I'll listen to this episode on audiobook, like, just to try and clear things up in my head, maybe. But I quite liked that so far. Again, it's historical, so I'm immediately interested. I love stuff that's not in the future. And I love my future stuff as well, but I love when they go back in time, because it's not done enough. At least in modern Who, it's not done enough. Like, we do it sometimes, but I really like it. I really, really like it. Like, I know it's not going to be historically accurate, because I know Reign of Terror wasn't completely accurate, but it could get, like, at least, I think with Reign of Terror, I can't actually remember now, to be honest, with any of the details, but I could have it got me to go look about it a little bit. So, like, even if it's not completely right, it'll make me go on that. But yeah, I'm interested to see where the story's going to go. But I think listening to the audiobook, like the actual that with the connecting thing, I think it's Peter Purvis doing the connective audio. But I think that will help me. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to this story. It's a shorter story, but it's still a decent size, 4 episodes. And yeah, like Huguenots, that's Protestant. That might confuse me a bit. The fact that they, like, if they say Protestant and Huguenots, I think that's another thing where it's gonna help me listening to the audiobook and also editing pronunciation, because I am, if you've been here before, you know I'm awful with names. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. I'm interested to see where it's going to go next. But if you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give the notification bell a tick. You'll know when the next episode goes live. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again for the next one. Bye.